Bonjour, bonsoir, exceptionnellement sur Red Dead Redemption 2, non pas un nouvel épisode, mais un spin-off. Nous allons partir à la chasse et faire plus ample connaissance avec le mystérieux Charles Smith. Bon visionnage à vous.
Bill,
Morning.
how are you doing?
Still breathing.
Très sympa. Ça vaut le coup de leur parler à ceux-là. Allez, on va aller attaquer, je crois, directement la mission.
We're gonna starve to death up here, Mr. Morgan.
We're okay.
We have a few cans of food and a rabbit. For what, 10, 12 people? When I was in the Navy,
I do not wish to hear about what you got up to in the Navy, Mr. Pearson.
we were stranded at sea for 50 days.
And you unfortunately survived.
When we ran away from Blackwater,
On n'est
I
pas
wasn't
sympa,
able
hein,
to
quand
get
même.
supplies in.
Well, when government agents are hunting you down, sometimes shopping trips need to be cut short. We'll survive. We always have. If needs be, we can eat you. You're the fattest.
I sent Lenny and Bill hunting and they found nothing.
Well, Lenny's
gros
more
nage.
into book learning than hunting. Bill's a fool. Unless those mountains are full of game that want to read, ain't no wonder they found
Enough of this. We'll go find something. Come on, Arthur.
Wait a second. Hold on.
Puis la boniche ici, moi j'oublie à tout le monde, quoi.
You're gonna need something to eat out there.
Assorted, salted offal. Starving would be preferable.
Ta gueule, moi
on, let's
pas,
go.
j'aime bien les
You
tripes.
can't go hunting.
C'est
Look
bon
at
les
your
tripes,
I
comme
can't
ta
stay here
bouche.
listening to you two. Look, if there's game in those hills, I'll find it. And you can kill it.
You need to rest, Charles.
You think this is rest? Come along.
Eh ben, on va partir à la chasse, hein.
You take this. I can't use it, and you'll have to.
Oh, you're joking.
Use a gun, and we'll scare off every animal for miles around. You're never too old to learn, I imagine. All right, let's head out.
J'ai envie d'accélérer,
You
moi.
reckon we're gonna find something to kill that ain't no Driscoll?
There's meat up here for sure. Pearson doesn't know what he's talking about. Now the weather's eased off a bit, they'll be needing to feed. We'll head up this way, find some higher ground.
Been a wild few days, all right. That ride north from Blackwater, getting stuck in the storm, going out for John, that thing with the O'Driscolls.
You've had a lot put on you. I wish I could have done more.
I didn't mean it like that, just a lot to think back on.
I still don't really know what happened on that boat.
Me neither. Well, Javier told me a bit, but it sure weren't good.
Ah, le petit mode cinémascope. Quand même des beaux paysages, hein. Ça peut vous sembler répétitif, mais franchement, ils sont magnifiques.
See some of the ground uncovered here.
Yeah. Good job.
Let's look down this way.
All right, boy.
The wind's died down too.
That's good.
No wind at all is bad, but if it's too strong, they won't move. Now shh. Stay quiet.
Yeah, good boy. Yeah, that's it, boy.
Hey, stop here a second. I see something. Quiet as you can. Stay low and move slowly. You see the tracks?
I think so. Maybe not.
Focus.
Rien. Ah. Non. Ah, voilà. Punaise.
We'll hear you coming a mile off. It's easier in the snow, but once you get your eye in, you'll be able to track. Maybe as well in grass and woods.
Et ça claire un petit peu, légèrement. C'est ça la piste. Ah, ça y est. On a trouvé.
Wait, look. There they are. Get that bow out, Arthur. Aim for their head or neck. We want a good, clean kill. Get good shot. Now let's try for another.
Ah, il y en a un autre. On va récupérer la flèche.
Well done. I think that's all we can carry. Okay, you pick up one.
J'ai oublié de l'étudier par contre. C'est idiot. Voilà, ça s'est fait tout seul. J'ai de la chance parce que d'habitude, si je me rappelle bien, on ne peut l'étudier que vivant. Notre cheval il va arriver. Ouais, voilà. On sait l'IA, alors des fois il est un peu lent. Fait un peu des détours idiots. Allez, dépêche-toi. Oui, 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 Coco. Très bien, très bien.
Not bad, boy.
Nice work, Arthur. Should be enough meat here to keep us all fed for a few days.
You found him.
I knew you'd be okay with that bow.
Yeah, it's easier when they ain't shooting back.
We've seen enough of that.
Considering how things were looking a couple of days back, well, maybe our luck is finally on the turn.
Seems to me we should be putting our effort into getting off this mountain now.
Soon. People are still weak, and well, you've seen how snowed in those wagons are. They ain't going nowhere until we get some more thaw.
You're probably right. And even if we do get off here, what then? We still have a big price on our heads.
This is a big country. We'll find somewhere to lie low. Dutch and Jose will have a plan.
Magnifique.
You notice how Pearson's had a bottle in his hand ever
J'adore
since
ces
they
paysages,
fled
mais
Blackwater?
ça me tente
We
quand même
give the
qu'on
camp
quitte,
cook 5 minutes to grab the essentials and go, and he
cette neige.
doesn't even bring a crumb.
Que comme on l'a vu au début
Good
du
that we
jeu,
caught
on est
more
au
than
mois de
one.
mai, donc
We've only been up here a few days and have already picked up 2 more mouths to feed.
One more. We ain't feeding the O'Driscoll a damn thing. Except maybe that can of salt and offal Pearson was kind enough to give us.
The girl, she has a wild look in her eye.
Of course. She lost her husband, her home.
puis 3 jours avec les O'Driscoll,
So what do we do with her?
Well, once we get
elle a
out
dû
of
passer
here,
un
we're
sale
back
quart
on
d'heure.
our
Hein.
feet, we'll see. She might have family somewhere.
Who knows? Maybe she'll deal with the O'Driscoll for us.
Well, I know who my money's on in that fight. He's weak, but that makes him much more useful. Maybe we can get to them before they get to us.
What is it with the O'Driscolls?
You ain't dealt with them? I suppose. Hell, we ain't run into them much the last 6 months. I guess because they've been over this way.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of talk about them.
Well, we've been scrapping over scores with them for years.
Watch out. Bear up ahead.
Hey, Arthur, you awake back there? Yeah, just thinking. We ain't ever talked that much, you and me. How long you been with us now? 5, 6 months?
Something like that?
Bet you didn't expect this.
What?
Any of this. Blackwater mess. Being up here.
Sooner or later, a job's gonna go wrong. Nature of life.
I just thought you might have moved on by now.
You want me to move on?
No. No, not at all. Just... I know you could run it alone.
Qu'est-ce que
no
tu
problem.
sens, toi?
I did that for a long time.
Regardez-moi ces
I'm
paysages
done
là.
with it. Always wondering if someone's gonna
Magnifique.
kill you in your
C'est
sleep.
super bon.
I still wonder that
C'est
most
superbe.
nights.
I reckon you're okay. This suits me. Sure, I could fall in with another gang, but Dutch. You know, Dutch is different.
Oh, yes. Dutch is certainly different.
He treats me fair. Most of you do. And for a
Ah.
fellow with a black father and an Indian mother, that ain't normally the case.
More than ever.
Good. And how long have you been with these boys? Why ain't you run off?
Me? Oh, 20 years, something like that. Since I was a boy.
20 years?
Yeah. He taught me to read. John, too. Taught me a few other things, him and Hosea.
I'm sure.
Dutch saved me. Saved most of us. That's why we need to stick by him through this. He always sees us right. Boy,
How's that new horse?
he's all right. He'll do for now. I appreciate you letting me take Taima the other night.
She's a strong one. It's been as hard on the horses as on the rest of us. I don't know what Dutch would do if something happened to the Count.
Same with Bill and Brown Jack. He's a drunk, miserable bastard, but he loves that horse.
I hope they all make it.
I tried to ride the Count once. Hucked me faster than a bull. Won't take nobody but him.
I'm gonna hitch Taim over here.
Brought some food back, boys! Come on, let's get these over to Pearson. Thank you for showing me how to use the bow properly.
I only showed you a little. Takes a lifetime of practice to master.
Well, well, well!
Just drop.
What a surprise. Find a camp rat loitering around in the kitchen.
Is that any way to greet an old friend? I feel like we haven't spoken for days.
I do my utmost to avoid.
I He loves me, really. It's his sad way of showing affection.
No, it isn't. Now shoot, get lost.
Well, see you gents later.
See, you got on just fine.
Putain,
Charles is a wonder.
on incarne
boys.
vraiment un enfoiré
You're
quand même, hein.
Jesus, what is that?
Navy rum, sir. It's the only thing. The only thing. Keeps you sane, it does.
Yeah, seems to have done a treat on you. You go rest that hand, Charles.
We'll be fine in a few days.
You mind helping me with the skinning, Mr. Morgan? It's easier if we do it together.
Do I get to skin you?
You're always one with the jokes, aren't you? Come on.
This really isn't a job for a man with a burnt hand. I'll see you both later.
You skin that one that you dumped on the
On
floor.
est toujours un peu dans le mode tuto, hein. On nous apprend qu'on peut dépecer.
Not too bad, Mr. Morgan. Yeah. They always said you were a butcher. You know, you could trade these or sell these
Voilà, on
in
peut
pretty
les
much any
vendre,
town.
les
If you're looking to make
échanger.
a legitimate bit of money, of
Donc
course.
on
Right now, I'm
faudra
just looking to
régulièrement
get
aller à la
off this
chasse,
mountain
surtout au début, pour se faire un
Well,
peu
if
d'argent,
you
quoi.
catch anything else, you bring it to me.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Heck, Arthur Morgan's first decent bit of hunting after all these years.
Yeah, well, we're on the run now. Everyone's got to do their bit to survive. Just make a good stew. Folk need it. It's been a tough few days. It's been a bad few weeks, but Dutch being Dutch, he is busy making plans, and Dutch being Dutch, those plans involve robbery and dreams. Well, I thought you was reading him his last rites. Now I see you're introducing him to your other passion.
I'll mind you to show me some respect, Mr. Morgan.
Mind away, Reverend. You're still here then?
I owe you.
Yeah. And you'll pay me. But for the moment, just rest.
Arthur, I think it's time for the train.
Want me to come?
Of course I do, but look at you.
I was always ugly, Dutch. It's just a scratch.
Don't lie still, son. Hello, Abigail.
Dutch,
Jackie.
the boy wanted to see you, John.
He's seen me now. Or what's left of me. What about you?
Guess I was hoping to see a corpse.
Bide your time. You'll see plenty of them.
You're a rotten man, John Marston.
He is an idiot, Abigail. We all know it. Now, railway men.
On va en rester là. On s'abonne si c'est pas fait. On n'oublie pas d'activer la petite cloche pour avoir toutes les notifs. Petit pouce bleu si ça vous a plu. Enfin, tu connais le tout team. À bientôt. Ciao, ciao.